Obi Cubana's wife is not an ordinary woman. In 2008, when Obi Cubana married her, he only had one hotel, but the wife did something extraordinary after their marriage that almost took her life just for Obi Cubana to become one of the richest Igbo men in Nigeria. And Obi Cubana friends believe it was a juju place that she went to for a sacrifice that backfired on her. But in this video, Obi Cubana has opened up about what the wife did that made him to become one of the most successful businessmen in Nigeria today. Watch the video to the end and tell me whether Obi Cubana is saying the truth or the friends are right about the juju.
I want to share a story. We're talking about, you share a story about how you conquer some of these challenges. Can you share it? Let's see it. It's something that you wanted to share.
Okay, so after we opened the visa, the idea of Cubana came. One of my friends told me, we have this building in Wusetu.
Okay.
I wanted to come and take it and do nightclub. And I said, let me finish what I'm doing. So it kept singing in my ear. And at the point, I said, let me try. So by then, Ibiza was already established. And we agreed on terms. I leased the property for 10 years. And then I started building. In the course of building, my wife gave birth because I married when I had only Ibiza. So she gave birth, and then third month, Alex, my first son, was born November 12th. So December, January, February, between February 14th, this is like the 15th anniversary of this story. I have never said it anywhere in public. I wanted to do Thanksgiving in church, but at the point I heard myself, I don't do Thanksgiving, I just say. So something happened. So my wife, after she gave birth to Alex, on the Valentine Day, developed a strange illness. We were at Hilton then. Alex was 3 months, and she became numb here. And I was building Cubana. I'm just trying to tell you how this whole story. So we were managing it, and then it became worse. On the 15th, we were about to check out it. She fell, she collapsed, she went into fits. And then from Hilton, we rushed out. They said the best hospital then, I'm giving you a fact, was Zankli Hospital in Abuja, Damabishi.
Yeah.
So there was a German trained doctor there. So that was the first time I heard what they call CT scan. So on the third day, they said she needed a CT scan, and it was very few in Abuja. And long short of everything, they did CT scan. They said she had, what do they call it?
A cyst.
Yes, in the brain. That was blocking the nerves, controlling this side of the body. So I became confused. And then Ibiza was at the top. Cubana, I started constructing Cubana. So then my brother was around. My other brother, he used to live in South Africa, and my cousin Chu. So we started to think, what do we do? What do we do? So that we need to fly her abroad. Okay. Fast forward, so we were able to, things worked very well that time. We called South African embassy. My sister was the account manager in Diamond Bank then. They gave us visa, gave the sister visa to go with us. So went to South Africa. It became worse. It was bad. I wouldn't really hold details because of time. But the summary is that in the midst of all this, it looked as if it was the end. So I had a 4-month old baby, first baby.
Yeah.
Young marriage, not more than 1 year.
Yeah.
The bees are booming with an eye
to build this up.
So this discussion started. People started saying, so then, it was someone that called me and said, I'd see what they're hearing, that I wanted to use my wife for juju. So what? And it was my friends. So God friends. So it was
your friends saying this.
So, but it didn't distract me. So my own was focused on getting my wife to be okay. So I went to South Africa, and the best hospitals. They started treatment, everything. At a point, my wife was paralyzed halfway. This woman just saw now. She couldn't walk, she couldn't do anything with her left. So I thought of moving back to South Africa. So I went to buy a house there, settle. So that was when I stopped doing that Cubana. And then I called the contractor and said that stop. I want a refund for rent. I want to take care of my wife. And I said, why? I said, okay, have you discussed with your wife? I said, no, she's not in a position to at this point. And I said, discuss with her. So one early morning after we prayed the morning, I started telling her my plans. I want to buy a house here. And I made a lot of money in Nigeria, but I don't like because of what people are saying, and I can't carry you back this way. Paralyzed. I mean, how do you train this boy and everything? And I said, Obi, go back to Nigeria, I'll be fine. You see, my wife, when people see me and my wife very close, they don't know what we've been through. So she was battling for her life, but she was rooting for me to go back and finish my dream, because she knew how passionate I was about this project. I said, no. She said that, baby, I'll be fine. That God, who has given me this baby, will keep me alive to take care of him. So after 1 month, I went back. I contacted the guy, let's continue. So I was visiting every 2 weeks. There was direct flight then in South Africa. Every 2 weeks I was out. So I spent 2 weeks in South Africa. She was in South Africa for a year plus. My brothers were wonderful. No, it was a bad case. So it got so bad at a point. I came. So when the discharge from hospital, she was coming from home on a wheelchair. And one day, so you know how they do. They will be in a panel. The 5 professors, doctors, German, English, South African, everybody. So the person taking care of the brain is not the same person taking care of the. So they were just different. I said, oh, Professor Naika, if you remember her name. And I said, Obi, how are you? I said, fine. So okay, they brought the whole test on the table. So I like you, you're courageous, but I'll tell you, your wife will not die. This is her exact word. She will not die, but I'm sorry, she won't be able to walk again, and she won't be able to give birth again. So imagine. So I looked at them, tears. My wife held me, said, don't worry, don't mind, then let's go. So I weighed her out. That night I cried throughout the night, and she said, Obi, I will walk on my feet again, and we train this baby. So she kept encouraging me to go and finish this project, go and finish this project, go and finish this project.
In the middle of her sickness.
I'm telling you, and you wake up in the night, you see her praying, God, I will not die, but I will live to fulfill your destiny for me in this. God, I will not die, but I will live to fulfill your destiny for me in this life. You know, that kind of a thing. And then she was practical. Then she would use Montanese, and she was doing everything. You know, people will come now, normal, they will give you anointing oil, she will say, do that oil. That is okay, but in her faith. So she was really the force behind, and because left to me, I would have run to South Africa. I mean, so eventually, she proved everyone wrong.
Yeah.
We had 3 more boys. Cubana came to me today. If she just shook her, if I didn't tell you the story, you will look at her, you will never see any sign of paralysis. She walks, she drives, she does everything.
Thank you guys for watching, and let me just say this right. Sometimes if you don't know the full story, don't say anything. There is always more to anything than you actually know. And I'm happy that we have all heard what Obi Cubana had to say. The mentality that we have in Africa is really poor. If you are a successful person, everyone attributes your success to JUJU and spirituality. No one can really think to themselves that that individual actually knows what he is doing or she is doing, or maybe they are working day in, day out. In fact, they are putting more hours into doing what they are doing, and that is why they are succeeding. no one thinks that way. People will just think that because he is successful, so something must be going on. You know, I have told this story before that when I was way more younger, we had people in our neighborhood that were good at business. At least now I know they were good at business. But back then, the general sentiment or the rumor being spread by people around the area was that those guy or the man was into juju. He was an elderly person of like 50 to 60 years old, and he was really successful. He has a lot of buildings and he has shops in the market. He will wake up early in the morning to go open his shop, and he will close it at night. And he will not spend carelessly. He will wear one shoe for months without buying another one. And people were just spreading all kinds of rumors, and they were saying that he is in one juju house or the other, and the rules is that he cannot spend the money on himself, and that was the reason why he wasn't buying new things for himself. But that was not the truth. That was not it. The man understood management. He understood that whenever you spend more than what you make, you will go broke. He understood that in order for you to be successful, you must have this willpower within you to delay pleasure. You must be able to delay gratification. That is the only way you succeed. But many people, many don't know this. I can assure you that when Obi Cubana was going through all what he was going through, his friends were gossiping behind him. They were doing it. And God forbid, his wife passed away. Many people would have said that he has used the wife for juju. Many. No one would have thought that it could have been a natural thing to happen. No one would have thought that even successful people buy sometimes. No one would have thought that no matter how righteous, how honest, how simple, how humane you are, you can still face challenging moments in your life. No one would think it that way. All they will see is that he is successful, his businesses are successful, and he has been struck by an unfortunate situation, so they are all connected. His successes is as a result of the tragedy that befalls him. That is what most people would have said. Really poor. Really, really poor. I have told people, and let me just say this one more time. In order for you to succeed, in order for you to become successful, you must be hardworking. You must be consistent. You must understand what you are doing. You must make sure to be at the right place at the right time. And you must understand at least the fundamentals, the basics of what you are engaging in. That is the only way you succeed. That is just it. So I thank God for Obi Cubana. I thank God that things finally turn around for him. And I thank God that he and his wife are in good health and their whole family is succeeding. I thank God for him. And I hope that this serves as a lesson or an experience for anyone who thinks that when people are struggling, when people are facing challenging times, it's because they are doing juju or they have done juju or one thing or the other. No. Challenging times do happen to anyone. It could be you today, it could be me tomorrow. That is the honest.